making some plays, feeling healthy, free mind, really getting the playbook down and helping the other guys as well.
How tough was last year playing with the injury?
It was a challenge day to day, week to week. So it feels good having that fixed up and feeling better.
Grant, last year.
So when did you become 100% healthy?
I definitely say after winter conditioning, I was back to normal.
Grant, last year we see Michigan sign, at least on paper, its best receiving class and recruiting history. You're a guy year in, year out. I mean, you came in, you were a 3-star guy, good player, maybe not with a lot of the hype of some of those other guys. Year in, year out, you're still hanging, you're still pushing the envelope and, kind of setting a bar for those guys to chase. What has that been like for you, knowing that you're, continuously maintaining position against elite recruits, elite receivers?
Yeah, you can be, an 8-star, 10-star, but, when it comes down to it, it comes down to knowing the plays, working hard, and having a good attitude, and that's just something I've had since Pee Wee football. I love going out there and playing, no matter what the competition is, and you could be like I said, a 5-star. I'm still going to go my hardest, and it's paid off so far.
Did it light a fire under you or maybe any of the upperclassmen, knowing that there's a lot of highly touted freshmen coming in? What was the sense of that, knowing that, okay, there's going to be serious competition for jobs now?
I wouldn't say it lit a fire. I'd say it, a little motivation, but also it's always good to have competition. And, when I'm gone, these guys are going to, carry it on and be playmakers. So, I'd rather have, good players than not so good players here. So, yeah.
How has the unit as a whole improved since last year?
We definitely have made strides in the playbook. Guys are playing more confident, playing all around the field, not just playing one position. Coach McElwain has instilled a lot of good, tutelage that he's brought along. So he's taught us some things that we didn't know, and just some simple things that we were overlooking. And the camaraderie in the receiver room has definitely improved as well, I'd have to say.
What are some of those things that maybe you were overlooking in the past?
Guys are just so focused on making the big play, and we miss a block, or run the right route, at the right depth, and not worry about what the DB's doing. We're just slowing down, we're playing our game, and it's looking good on film.
Have you noticed a difference this year compared to last, having a dedicated receivers coach this time around?
Yeah, I definitely. Coach Mack is an older coach. Last year we had Coach Pep, who was also working with quarterbacks, and we had Hastings, who was a younger guy. It's definitely this year. It's definitely nice to have someone that's been around. Has coached some really touted receivers around the country that play in the NFL now. He definitely knows what he's talking. He definitely knows what he's talking about, and it's paying off for us.
Great, you guys are playing. Lots been made of it already. Playing at Notre Dame, at Michigan State, at Ohio State. How do you use that as motivation, or how does the team need to approach that?
I think if you got to get motivated to play at those places, you're at the wrong place. I don't know a single guy in that locker room that wouldn't want to run on those fields and play like we talked about earlier. I'm kind of happy we're playing at Notre Dame just because the place is it's a monument, and I really want to see what it's about, see what the crowd's like, and as much as I love playing at the big house, I want to score and look at touchdown Jesus. So.
Your name's been mentioned a lot, probably with some other players. What do you think you're doing differently this time around? Obviously, it's your last chance.
Yeah, no, I just take it upon myself every day to try to set a good example for these guys. There's times when I could kind of just rest my hand and fall asleep in meetings, but I stay awake, stay alert. Just knowing my duty as well. Like on the field, I help guys get lined up. Just knowing the plays. Because just like when I was here, when I was a freshman, Darbo and JU did that to me. So when I'm gone, I want these guys to be set and know what setting the standard, so those guys can lead the guys coming in after. Just kind of setting the trend.
Are you more vocal or more lead by example?
I'd say both. I said vocal and an example. We had these little helmet cameras, and I had one in yesterday, and I got some good audio clips being vocal.
How good is Shea, and what does he do that impresses you the most?
He's a good player. You can tell he's played in some big games down south. he's confident, he's composed, but he's a good guy, man. He's not cocky or arrogant. He didn't come in here, just with a big chest. He came in here, and just is working like everyone else.
You mentioned the chemistry in the receivers room. What's it like trying to develop chemistry with multiple quarterbacks at the same time?
We've had a stable of quarterbacks, the years I've been here, and we just go out there every practice, routes on air, one-on-one, 7-on-7s. We get a lot of reps with a lot of QBs. So when it comes to QBs, I'm not really worried about which one. They're all playing really well. So, we're just going to be ready. We're going to know what we're going to do, and we're going to trust that the QB is going to put the ball in the right spot and do the right thing.
You've had your fair share of battles with Lavert Hill in practice. What does he do so well?
I see a lot of Jordan Lewis in him. I think Jordan Lewis was a big mentor to him. But Lavert, man, he's real patient at the line. He's physical. He'll talk a little trash too, which is always good for practice. But no, he's just a real physical player. You wouldn't think it, but he lifts a lot of weight in the weight room. He's just a strong, physical, smart, savvy player.
Is it fun to talk trash with the defense?
Yeah, it's good to get them riled up. Yeah, it's a good time.
Grant, the helmet cams. Do you watch them after the fact then?
Yeah. We so I had it on yesterday and we watched a little bit of it today. Yeah, and just it's good for like a run out. If it's I got to run out to the right side. I'm saying like I'm on the ball, I'm off the ball. The coach gets to see if I'm helping other receivers. And it's not so much like to see how you did on that play, but like to see what you're seeing almost.
So you pick up more stuff than you would from the.
Yeah, it's a different. It's like a different angle. They get to hear what you're saying. If you're being vocal, if you're helping the guy outside, you get lined up or not. Just little things like that you can't hear or pick up from the high cameras.
Did you have it last year too, or is it the first year?
No, this is new. This is new. Yeah.
Is it cumbersome, or does it bother you notice it's on, or anything?
No, it's like a little camera that sits like right on like your chin area on your face mask.
Is every position group or just receivers?
They rotated around, so I saw who had it yesterday. Joe Hewlett had it yesterday as well. I think just going by positions.
There's not like a no contact rule with the person wearing that or anything?
No, I went head to head with somebody and it kind of like popped out and you just kind of pop it back in. Yeah. So.
How's Oliver coming around?
Really well. He's playing more confident, more vocal as well. He was more of a quiet guy last year, just kind of like trying to figure out what to do. But I can tell he's picked up the playbook a lot, and he's becoming a more vocal guy as well, and explosive guy too.
From a technique standpoint, what's the challenge for going from first year to a second year, or even just coming into the into the program as a wide receiver? What's the big challenges that you face as a young receiver?
I get a first hand of it, this camp as well because Ronnie Bell, the receiver that came in from Kansas City, freshman, I'm rooming with him, so he's been asking me, questions on questions in the hotel at night, and I've just been, I've been quizzing him and drilling him and trying to help him because that was me like 4 years ago, so I know the pain but he's picked it up really well, and just as a freshman coming in, you got so many distractions, new place, you don't know where you're going. He just finished school, like summer school. He had a couple papers, so it's a lot of things to juggle, especially when you're coming in and you got this playbook and you got the coaches, so it's a lot.
He wasn't really highly rated. What have you seen from him?
He can jump out of the gym, man. He goes and gets the jump balls. He's explosive too, really fast, good hands, and he's picked the playbook up really well. Really fast, like you tell him something and then he does it right. That's good to see.
You've mentioned being vocal a few times. Is that something was that natural to you, or is that something you had to work on? Or?
No, I just say I realize I'm the older guy in the room and I put it upon myself. Like if I'm not going to be vocal, then who's going to be vocal? So JU was vocal with me, so he's doing pretty well now. So I'm just gonna do what he said, follow the trend.
TPJ seems like at least he's kind of quiet he doesn't really talk to us very much. Is he like that with you guys? You
got to kind of crack him open. I know last year, he was, quiet, kind of a quieter guy, but, like I said, the camaraderie this year is a lot better, and he's definitely, he spread his wings a lot, so it's good to see that.
Grant, what has it been like for you? A lot of different offensive coaching, pass game coordinators, wide receiver coaching. What has it been like for you having, over the years, just adapting to that? And is it difficult to get in a rhythm when there's so much change?
Yeah, I've had a few OCs, a couple coaching changes, but it's not that much different. Play wise, everyone runs the same stuff. It's just called different things. So it's really just the terminology. Someone asked me that question, or actually Ronnie did a couple days ago, but no, it's not that bad. It's if you run a shallow, they just have a different name for it. Whether it's like a drag or something. So it's just terminology, and it's just knowing it, just studying.
Is there anything that's different about Jim McElwain's terminology? Is it easier? Is it kind of more streamlined?
The playbook didn't really change when he came in. We kept the same stuff that we've been running since the spring, but he's had his own personal trouble, like remembering what our plays are versus some old plays that he's had at different places. He'll always be like, "Oh darn it, that's from the last place." But no, it's not that bad.
How has Coach McElwain and Roy Roundtree, some of the guys at receiver, how do they help the younger guys with separation and getting off the line screen?
Yeah, having Roundtree is a real help. He's a guy that is a legend against Notre Dame, so he knows what to do and how to do it. And we've been watching some of his film, and he just gives us pointers that we wouldn't see, that he sees, and. It's nice to have a younger coach as well as an older coach. Someone that you can relate to a little bit more, and that's played it recently, and that's went against the same kind of competition that you have. So that's where that stands.
Josh Metellus said that one of the safeties priorities this summer has been covering the slot. What have you noticed going against them in practice?
The defense in general, they play physical. They're always flying to the ball. Safeties. Whether their technique changes from play to play, they're always hustling. Especially Josh Metellus, he's a hustler. He's always around the ball, around the right places.